Matapos na ang enkwentro roon itong Huwebes.
Araw ng pagpapasa, masakit para sa isang amang rare sa kalabina na private
matapos masawi ang ilang miyembro ng EU
din sa mga naulila
Sa pagitan ng militar at bandido
sa isang
ang saya.
enkwentro sa Pasilan.
ng huling himlay. Nagdagdag naman daw
If I die, let it be an awakening for those who falter. It is part and parcel of my job, for I belong to the Special Forces.
The history of the Army Special Forces Special Educational Foundation goes back again to the operations that we had in Negros. The sugar planters there were so grateful that we were able to bring peace and order in Central Negros. So they were asking if they can give us material reward, like cash, etc. Since we cannot receive cash rewards, cash awards for that matter, I have thought of coming out a foundation where they can support the special forces and principally to support the education of children, of officers and soldiers who died or who were killed in action, not just in Negros but in other areas of operation. From then on, I saw also children and wives and soldiers crying, where too after the death of my husband. So all the more that I felt that the foundation should be created. And so then we created the Educational Foundation for the education of the children of our soldiers killed in action.
Hard work and determination. The story behind Asfsefi. Many dependents of killed in action and wounded in action personnel are applying for scholarship grants from the Armed Forces of the Philippines Educational Benefit System Office. Given this situation, former Regiment Commander of the Special Forces Regiment Airborne, or SFRA, then Colonel Leo S. Alves, got concerned with how the dependents of the SFRA soldiers can have higher chances of getting scholarships. Because of this, he thought of establishing a scholarship foundation for dependents of SFRA troops who were killed in action so they can finish their college education. At first, it was difficult for SFRA to establish such a foundation because of the amount of money needed for initial funding and Securities and Exchange Commission registration. However, Colonel Alves did not see this as a hindrance and donated 50,000 pesos to jumpstart the foundation. To acquire enough funds for the foundation, SFRA leaders needed to look for donors. During this time, the Special Forces found a friend in the Department of Interior and Local Government, the former Secretary Rafael M. Alunan III, who underwent basic military training in the Special Forces School to be a reservist, as recommended by former President Fidel V. Ramos. Secretary Alunan gave a list of people who can give financial support to the foundation. As the Assistant of Chief of Staff for Training, or G8 then, I was tasked with contacting the potential donors Secretary Alunan recommended, under the supervision of then Chief of Staff, then Major Rene Silva. The foundation gradually acquired funds, most especially when Colonel Alves became the security manager of San Miguel Corporation after his term as regiment commander of SFRA. He was able to encourage Mr. Ramon S. Ang, President and Chief Operations Officer of the corporation, to donate 1 million pesos for the trust fund of the foundation. The benefits that dependents of our fallen comrades enjoy today are a result of the hard work and determination of Colonel Alves to establish the foundation. We can say that the Army Special Forces Special Education Foundation Incorporated, or Asfsefi, is his brainchild and legacy as a noble soldier of the Special Forces.
I'm very fortunate nung mag-assume ako as the commander of the Special Forces. Yung ating foundation, the Asfsefi in particular, is very on the blue, no? Wala tayong utang and we have enough funds to support yung mga kailangan natin bigyan ng benefits, no? So we are very thankful. I'm very thankful sa mga nag-umpisa niya, especially to General Alves for initiating this project, no? Although one of the issues we had there, hindi naman kagagawa ng command, but because of the failure ng mga educational scholarship programs outside, nag-invest tayo sa mga educational scholarship foundation, but unfortunately some of them collapsed, no? Hindi nila na-deliver yung kanilang mga promises, which left us holding the responsibility on how to fulfill our promise dun sa mga sundalo natin na pamilya na sundalo natin na namatay, because they were just holding paper. Hindi na nila magamit yung scholarship grant na supposed to be magamit nila because yun nga yung company that we invested nag-collapse. So what we did during the time na ako ang regiment commander, we continued, no? Kinonsider na lang natin na losses natin yung investment natin, but we still fulfilled yung promise natin to those we have given the scholarship grant. So, ang nangyari doon, we contacted them and provided the support that the promise that their children or one of their children will finish their education. But overall, we were able to do this because of the positive funds that we have. Kaya ng pondo natin suportahan itong changes na to.
Since March 8 of 1991, the Army Special Forces Special Education Foundation Incorporated granted scholarships to the dependents of killed in action personnel or organic personnel of Special Forces Regiment Airborne. And as of this date, we already have 23 graduates, 17 currently enrolled in different colleges nationwide, and 142 grantees who will avail of said scholarship after they finish the secondary level of education.
Well, the current thrust of the foundation now is to raise more support in terms of monetary support for the foundation, because we have a growing number of children in school of soldiers who were killed in action. And I think the regiment itself realized that there is a growing number of dependents who are taking advantage of the educational foundation. Principally, it's for the children of soldiers killed in action, officers or ordinary soldiers killed in action. And the difference there is it's directly supported by the Special Forces, not any other unit. Well, in so many forms, they can adopt a child of a soldier killed in action. They can contribute monetary contribution to the Special Forces Educational Foundation. And we are now trying to solicit from institutions, schools to give educational slots for grantees of the foundation.
When I was G1 of the Army, before I became the regiment commander, nakita ko how the EBSO, AFP EBSO operates because I was a member of the board of EBSO. Then nakita ko how efficient yung system nila in monitoring, in administering the scholarship, educational scholarship of the AFP. And I realized I was informed that we can also invest in them and use the existing management procedures and systems of EBSO. So yun nga, when I assumed as a regiment commander, I also noticed na we are not yet organized. Yung ating office that takes care of the educational benefit, nahirapan tayo to monitor all these scholars, no? By giving it to EBSO, or investing in EBSO, we are relieved of that problem in managing our scholars. We are given a proper reporting of EBSO. We are properly advised on where to send the scholars. And we also benefit yung mga scholars natin on whatever extra incentives that EBSO is giving to their scholars. So we are the first unit in the AFP to do this, no? So while EBSO has enough sufficient fund to provide us with the scholarship, yung ano natin, it is unique for our unit to be able to also contribute and take care of our own. Kaya nga nung nasa EBSO na, some of the funds that we give to EBSO for our soldiers are used for stipend na lang because EBSO is already providing scholars the tuition fee. So nadadagdagan natin yung other needs ng mga students natin. Alam niyo naman, hindi lang naman tuition ang problema ng estudyante. Meron din yung mga concerns on the purchase of their books, allowances nila sa mga projects nila. So that way, nakakatulong din ang EBSO. So complementing yung binibigay ng EBSO at saka ng Asfsefi.
Our future objective and programs for this foundation is to extend assistance to the serving dependents of active organic military personnel of the unit, send outstanding enlisted personnel who wish to finish or pursue college education, and as an incentive to outstanding company commanders of the regiment, we also send them to take up executive management courses for advanced education.
My story on how I became a beneficiary of Asfsefi started when my father died when I was 5 years old. Through the sacrifices of my father, I was given a chance to have a scholarship and able to achieve my dreams. Through the scholarship, I was able to take my desired course without worrying anything.
May 7 year 2000 namatay ang aking asawa sa encounter sa Lantawan, Basilan. Noong una, hindi ko kaya tanggapin kasi maliliit pa ang aking mga anak. Noong nawala ang aking asawa, akala ko hindi makapagtapos sa pag-aaral ang aking mga anak. Time na yun, ginampang ko sila 3 para makapag-aral ng college. Na-surprise ako may nabot sa aking si Major Civilian na certification galing sa Asfsefi Scholarship at nabawasan ang gastusin sa pag-aaral ni Christine K.
Namatay si Papa sa Basilan noong May 7, 2000 sa edad ko na 6 years old dahil sa pagtulong sa bayan. Ngunit nabigyan po ako ng scholarship ng Asfsefi upang matulungan nila kami sa aming pag-aaral upang makatapos. Ako ay nakatapos sa aking pag-aaral sa kursong Bachelor of Science in Marine Transportation sa John B. Lacson Colleges Foundation, Bacolod. Sa kasalukuyan, ako ay nag-OJT sa Bubid Shipping Management Corporation at hopefully within few months time makasampang sa barko bilang isang seaman.
May 7, 2000 namatay yung aking asawa. Hindi ko akalain na ganun pala mangyari sa kanya. Bago siya namatay, may sinabi siya na ayaw pa mamatay kasi maliit pa yung 3 naming anak. Sa pagkawala ng aking asawa, hindi ko alam kung paano mataguyod ang 3 naming anak. Akala ko nung una, hindi ko kaya matususan ang pag-aaral ng aking anak. Nung dumating yung scholarship ng Asfsefi, malaking tulong sa aking anak na si Jerry. Nakatapos siya ng pag-aaral noong 2015.
May 7, 2000, namatay ang aking asawa sa encounter Lantawan, Basilan. Naiwanan niya ako ng 3 anak. Si Nobel ay 7 years old pa lamang noon. Ang pagkamatay ng aking asawa ay hindi naging madali para sa akin. Mahirap magpapaaral ng 3 anak. Salamat sa Asfsefi, nabigyan ng scholarship ang panganay kong anak na si Nobel Estremos at nakatapos sa kursong HRM year 2014.
Noong December 2, 2002, habang nanonood kami ng balita, biglang may nag-flash sa TV na balita na nagkaroon daw ng encounter sa Sultan sa Barongis, Maguindanao, kung saan may napatay daw ng mga sundalo sa encounter. Kinabukasan, na-confirm nga ng mother ko na si Papa ay isa sa mga napatay sa enkwentro na yun. Simula nung nawala sa amin si Papa, batid ni Mama na mahihirapan siya upang pag-aralin kaming dalawa ng aking kapatid. Ngunit dahil sa Asfsefi, nagkaroon ako ng tsansa upang ipagpatuloy ang aking pangarap. Nakapagtapos ako ng Bachelor of Science in Criminology sa Laguna State Polytechnic University noong taong 2014.
Nung nawala yung asawa ko ay akala ko hindi ko mapag-aaral ang dalawa kong anak. Sa tulong ng Asfsefi, nakapag-aral si Jonard sa kursong BS Criminology at nakapagtapos siya noong 2014 at ngayon ay isa na siyang ganap na pulis.
Ako po ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa Asfsefi na nagbigay sa akin ng pagkakataon para matupad ko ang aking mga pangarap sa tulong ng educational program. Kung wala po ito, ay maaaring hindi ako nakapagtapos ng aking pag-aaral at wala ako sa kinalalagay ko ngayon.
Bilang isang ina, napakasakit ng mawala ng anak na si Bobby Andalis ay naambos sa Kimlawis, Keblawan, Davao del Sur noong May 6, 1996. Napagkawala ni Bobby, laking kawalan sa akin. Pero ako'y nagpapasalamat din sa bigay ng Asfsefi na nakapagtapos din ang aking anak na si Maya na binigyan nila ng scholarship.
Nung namatay po ang aking ama sa isang encounter sa Basilan noong May 7, 2000, ako po ay 7 taong gulang pa lamang. Dahil po sa pagkamatay ng aking ama, ang aking ina ay nahirapan sa pagpapaaral po sa aming mga kapatid. Dahil po sa Asfsefi, ako ay napagkaluban ng scholarship at nakapagtapos po ng Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English sa La Carlota City College taong 2013.
Noong May 7, 2000, namatay ang aking asawa sa encounter sa Lantawan, Basilan at naiwan sa amin ang dalawa naming anak. At si Rick noon ay 7 taong gulang pa lamang. Nung namatay ang aking asawa, mag-isa akong tumaguyod sa dalawa naming anak. At sa tulong ng Asfsefi, nabigyan ng scholarship si Rick at nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral ng Bachelor of Science Education, Secondary Education, major in English noong March 2014.
Nagsimula ang kwento bilang beneficiary ng Asfsefi noong namatay ang tatay ko sa taong 2000 at ako'y 2 taong gulang pa lamang. 3 kami magkakapatid na naulihan ng aming ama. At malaking pasanin yun sa aming ina na makapagtapos kami ng pag-aaral. At sa pagitan ng Asfsefi Scholarship na binigay sa amin, napag-aaral ako sa magandang paralan ng John B. Lacson College Foundation at sa kursong Bachelor of Science in Maritime Transportation sa tulong ng Asfsefi.
May 7, year 2000 ay namatay yung aking asawa sa encounter sa Lantawan, Basilan. At binubuntis ko pa noon ang aming pangatlong anak. At pagkatapos ng kanyang libing, kinabukasan ay ipinanganak ko ang aking pinagbubuntis noon. Ang pagkawala ng aking asawa ay hindi madali sa akin dahil iniisip ko kung paano ko palalakihin at papaaralin ang aking mga anak. Ngunit dahil sa dumating na tulong galing sa Asfsefi, napapaaral nila ang aking anak na si Noble Marie Idas sa John B. Lacson, Bacolod City at ngayon ay nasa 3rd year college na siya at kumukuha ng kursong PSMT.
Ako at ang buong pamilya taos pusong nagpapasalamat sa Asfsefi na binigyan ng scholarship ang aking anak na si Christine K. Marcelino.
Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Asfsefi at sa mga donors dahil binigyan ako ng scholarship para makatapos sa aking pag-aaral. Sana madami po kayong matulungan. At sa kapwa ko scholar, sana pagbutihin niyo inyong pag-aaral upang makatapos.
Nagpapasalamat po ako sa scholarship na binigay ng Asfsefi sa aking anak na si Jerry.
Sa buo ng Asfsefi at mga donors, maraming salamat sa tulong ninyo at ang aking anak ay nakapagtapos sa pag-aaral. Sa mga scholars ng Asfsefi, pagbutihin ninyo ang pag-aaral at pilitin ninyong makapagtapos.
Sa bumubuo ng Asfsefi at sa mga donors, ako po ay lubos na nagpapasalamat at kung hindi po dahil sa inyo, hindi ko po maabot ang aking mga pangarap.
Sa bumubuo ng Asfsefi at mga donors, maraming pong salamat sa mga tulong ninyo at nakapagtapos ang anak ko si Jonah at sa mga baguhang scholar, pag-igihin ninyo ang inyong pag-aaral sa tulong ng Asfsefi
I hope and I pray that you never stop helping the needy, the dependents, and the Asfsefi soldiers. At para naman sa mga kapwa ko scholar, na sana'y lalo niyong pagbutihin ang inyong pag-aaral, sikaping makapagtapos ng pag-aaral at huwag na huwag makakalimot na magpasalamat sa mga taong tumutulong sa inyo para maabutin niyo ang inyong mga pangarap.
Sa bumubuo po ng Asfsefi at mga donors, maraming salamat po sa pagbibigay ng paraan upang makapagtapos po kami.
Sa bumubuo ng Asfsefi at mga donors, ako'y taos-pusong nagpapasalamat.
Sa bumubuo ng Asfsefi, salamat sa scholarship na ibinigay niyo sa akin. At sana marami pa kayong matulungan at mapag-aral.
Sa mga bumubuo ng Asfsefi at mga donors, maraming salamat po sa inyong mga tulong na ibinigay po sa amin. Sana po marami pa po kayong mapagbigyan ng tulong at mapaaral. At sa katulad ni Nabimli na scholar ng Asfsefi, huwag niyong sayangin ang mga tulong na ibinigay sa inyo.
Maraming salamat sa Asfsefi!
The Foundation seeks the support of our stakeholders and the SF alumni to donate and give any amount for us to extend the scholarship grants to all our deserving military personnel and dependents.
I invite all alumni and organizations who are generous enough, who have the same advocacy to support and help the families of our soldiers who have fallen in combat, who have given and sacrificed their lives for our country. I think this is one opportunity you can express positively your support to our soldiers. Ang masisigurado dito, ang inyong donations or contributions will definitely go to those who deserve it. At ito yung mga anak na sundalo natin na namatay. At yung ibang sundalo natin na nangangailangan talaga ng financial support in order to continue, whether they are wounded or whether they are incapable or lack financial support. So again, I invite everyone, both alumni and organizations, corporations who are willing to support our soldiers. We cannot say that it is already enough because sa totoo lang, marami pa tayong pwedeng tulungan.
One, I would like to encourage everybody in the Special Forces and the active service especially to help support the Army, Special Forces, Special Educational Foundation Incorporated, because that is one way of giving back to the unit what we have learned in our stay with the Special Forces. Thank you.